Welcome back, everyone, to part 2 of our time in downtown Victoria, British Columbia. Hi, everyone. We're the Carmina family from Victoria, BC, Canada. Last year, we decided it would be a great idea to move on to a boat, but not just any boat. We found a 1969 Stevens Brothers aluminum boat that needed a lot, and I mean a lot of love. Of course, we decided it'd be fun to make all the repairs and do the refit ourselves. After 19 years of marriage, this may be the end of us. Join us on our adventures cruise in the Pacific Northwest and getting Tangaroa ready for a massive trip around the world.
I've been asked to speak for our Chief Monk Woodsy. Today he wants to express his strength and to strengthen Kasalas today for demonstrating his commitment, for demonstrating his care and his mayakila, his old respect of the old people, to continue carrying on.
Canada Day was a day of mourning the deaths of hundreds of children at residential schools.
Thank everybody here for being here and listening.
We also explored Victoria and walked straight up Government Street. While the kids headed to the bug zoo, Blaine and I stopped at the Maritime Museum to check out which anchor is actually the best. I'm gonna try the Ultra anchor in the gravel. Clack, 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 clack. Oh, it flipped.
We'll start off. I don't have enough length for it to...
Not bad.
Yeah, that's all right.
We do not have an Ultra anchor. Here we go. Which one is this one again?
That's
The Coastal Quick Release Anchor.
Let's try that again.
Not bad.
Not bad. Okay. I don't even want to try this.
Oh, come on, the Admiralty anchor. We're in. We're stuck.
Yeah, ish.
And what do you think about the Bulwaga, Blaine?
I don't know. There's no Bulwaga for trying.
There's not even, the Bulwaga is not even on here. Papa Scott would not be happy without... Papa Scott swears by the Bulwaga, and he says that if you never want to have any issues anchoring again, you need to get one. Again, you've got to go search up the Bulwaga.
But from all the options here, definitely the Ultra anchor.
The Ultra anchor. I think we have, which one do we have?
We have a Danforth style. They don't even, it's closest to like number 6 there, but not really.
Well, what about number 7?
Number 4 would be the
We have
closest.
number 4, which is the stockless anchor. Does not have a stock. Instead, the flukes are on hinges, which allow them to dig into the ocean floor for grip. A big advantage of this kind of anchor is that it can store flat and takes up less space on deck than an Admiralty anchor. Yeah, this is about what we have. Number 4 is the stockless anchor. Looks just like that. That's the one you saw me in an earlier video swinging on, going, came in like a wrecking ball.
Yeah. Might be a
Maybe we
mix of
shouldn't
the-
sing in the museum.
Maybe.
I thought I would take advantage of being at a dock and being able to access the portholes. So I'm trying different paint strippers. We were grinding, it makes a mess. Sandblasting makes a mess. So now we're trying different paint strippers. I've got one on this window, and check it out. It's actually just dripping off, and this has been 5 minutes. And look at my paint is dripping off. So I'm gonna let that one sit for 15 minutes. Looks like it's coming down nicely. And then I've got, so this was not an airplane stripper, but I do have an airplane stripper that I'm going to use on the next window. So let's try the airplane stripper next. Actually, that was the airplane stripper. My mistake. That was the airplane stripper. This one is the next one I'm going to use, and it's Sure Strip, high strength paint and coating stripper. That one's going on the next window. See what happens. I think the ticket with the paint stripper is the airline paint stripper. The Sure Strip stinks a lot more, but the airline stripper seems to work. Let me show you. This is the airline stripper. It actually took some of the filler off along there, but it's going to need multiple layers to get this off. This was a Sure Strip, so I don't know about this too. Like, it could have done, like, that's down to bare, so maybe it's kind of tie. We'll start using it at both and see what happens. Let's just say we are up for a long haul to get the rest of this paint off. I see the fire pit going. You're cooking hot dogs? Yeah. Spider dogs or just regular hot dogs? Regular hot dogs. And look at the dog. We also used our new pie makers. 2 pieces of white bread, some pie filling equals yum. And you can't forget about the Jiffy Pop. Going crazy. Jiffy Pop! Ah! What do you think about being like at dock? There's a lot of people looking the boat, eh?
A lot of people looking the boat. It's a little noisy downtown Victoria.
It is a little noisy down.
Sirens, loud cars, loud motorcycles, loud people.
Well, it is Canada Day weekend.
Yeah.
But
most people I've seen downtown in a very long
it is.
time.
It's almost back to normal from the pandemic, but I don't think I like being at a dock.
No, I don't try.
We aren't plugged in or anything. We're just chilling here.
Yeah.
But they are charging us, what, $150 a night almost.
A lot of money just to sit in the
Yeah.
water.
Happy Canada Day to you guys too. Just heading out of Victoria. A little bit of an issue last night after a beautiful day of mourning and stories and memories with regards to the survivors of residential school. And the protest got a little bit heated, and they tore down the statue of Captain Cook, threw the head in the water, which was interesting, and then covered it with red paint. Bit unfortunate, because it was a beautiful day of learning and mourning. But anyways, we're just heading out to Victoria. Following Krista and Dave out, just turning around now. I gotta go pull this fender and then let the tender out. On our way out, we thought we'd check out the Mega Yacht Marina. Taco net? No. Taconite. That's taconite. There's always so much debris in the water that you really have to watch for logs and everything. Lots of boats hit logs. And lots of these logs are big. Like, it's not driftwood, it's all from the log booms. Around back to our home mooring, we decided that we needed to stop at Sidney Spit. It was time for picnic lunch and to try and catch some crabs. That meant I had to get the anchor ready to drop. It always takes Blaine a little bit of time to find the perfect spot to anchor. He doesn't want to be too close to everybody else, plus Tangaroa is a bit of a big boat, so we definitely need the swing room, and just in case we drag, he wants to be clear. So when we anchor, what we usually do is we go bow into the wind, drop the anchor, come and just let it go as I'm coming backwards. Well, this place has a current. So the wind is coming from there, but the current is there. So the boats are pointing opposite of the wind. So we're just going to pick the biggest boat and do exactly what they're doing. And yes, I'm in pajama bottoms. You can do that when you live on a boat. I just gotta wait for Blaine to give me the signal. I'm just waiting while Izzie and Abby go pull in the tender. Gotta get the kids doing work. Anchoring is not a fast process. And I get bored very easily, so it's a perfect time to practice some dance moves. I seriously need to do a TikTok. What do you guys think? Should I start a new TikTok trend? The Pajama Whamma Boogie! And then I got the signal. As you can see, Blaine and I use hand signals instead of radios. Here I'm just clarifying that he wants 120 feet of chain down. And now I'm clarifying that we're at 40 feet deep. He corrected me and said we had 35 feet underneath us. 30. With this information, I can tell when the anchor hits the ground, and then I can start slowly easing it out until we reach 120 feet. This is my signal for anchors on the ground. And then I start easing it out until we get to 120 feet. I don't want to pile all the chain in one place, so it just slowly eases out as Blaine backs up Tangaroa. As we're reversing, I'm constantly telling Blaine how much chain we have out. Remember how I marked the chain when we were in the yard? If you're wondering why I'm stepping on the chain, sometimes our windlass gets a little bit sticky, and again, Blaine's just reversing slowly. I also use my arm to point where the anchor is, and the angle of my arm tells him the angle of the chain. 100 feet. If you're wondering what that sound is, Sidney Spit is right in the flight path of the Victoria Airport. At 125 feet, I lock off the anchor windlass. Blaine then backs on the anchor, so he puts Tangaroa in reverse and keeps backing up, and I use my arm to show him the angle of the chain. As the chain pulls taut, Blaine is looking at shore and finding a landmark and determining whether Tangaroa is moving on the landmark or not. If she's not moving anymore, and you can feel it, then we're hooked. You guys want to pick a picnic table, or where do you want to eat?
Probably a picnic table.
Okay. Where do you want to go? In the shade a bit?
Not quite in the shade, but slobber on me.
Great day to stop at Sidney Spit, and we're having lunch. Right? cute. I left a little panda bear. After lunch and a walk, it was time to pick up the crab trap. That one with the yellow on it, the fade boy, is ours. So we put down our crab trap just before we went in, but now we gotta find it. Yeah, it's gotta be the faded boy, Blaine. After we found it, it was time to put the girls to work. Abby, grab it. Somebody grab the boy. Don't just stand there looking. Come on, girls.
I couldn't really grab it.
Yes, you could have. It's called, you know, moving a bit.
Moving is hard.
Okay, now pull it in, girls.
Me?
Both of you.
Here, Maggie.
What?
Stop.
Looks like it's off the bottom. Keep going, Iz.
Yes, I can tell it's off the bottom.
Oh, how can you tell it's off the bottom?
Because it feels a lot heavier.
That means it's full of crabs.
It's not that heavy, though.
Oh, big waves. Woohoo!
I've learned something about the wake.
What?
It's easier to pull when you're going down the wake.
Yep.
You're like 4 big fish.
Well, look at that, guys.
Look at them all. They're massive. One jumped out. One jumped out.
One jumped out.
Yeah, there is one and then it just fell.
Was he just a baby?
Is he small? I think so. I don't know. He's just kind of like...
He's look good.
Web, how are you?
So every boat in Anchorage is pointed south. We are pointed north. And look at our flag. There's got to be a current running here. The fact that we're pointing into the current, but our flag is, you know, flying towards the bow, that's not usually what happens. So I was cleaning the crabs. Friggin' thing got me good. Like, look at, I have so much blood coming out of my finger. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't lose the crab. So it's hanging off of me. I'm like, ow! I'm just throwing F-bombs. I'm yelling for Blaine, but Blaine is like down, like, what were you doing? Transferring fuel. So he couldn't come for the rescue. But I was like, I can't lose the crab, but it's hanging off my finger. It friggin' hurts. So I lost the knife overboard that I was using to clean it. But I kept the crab, and we are going to have a crab feast tonight. And I'm on my second layer of Band-Aids. Just like, it friggin' hurts. Those crabs, man, this one was feisty. But we got 4 really good Dungeness crab from, oh, my nose is running. Anyways, 4 really good Dungeness crab from Sidney Spit. They're going to be absolutely yummy. I have to go home and get some butter and some garlic, and that's it. We're just going to pick out on crab tonight, now that we're back at the home mooring. Oh, and look what my sister got me. It is a Brewmate, and no, we're not sponsored by Brewmate or anything like that, but it is purple glitter, and it holds my White Claws perfectly. Like, seriously, best thing ever, because I hate when the White Claw gets warm before you drink it all. And I know you're probably going to say, well, my drinks never get warm before I drink it all. Well, mine do. And then we decided to chill a bit while we waited for the crab to cook. Can you tell that Maggie is an absolutely spoiled, rotten dog? So we were lucky. Ooh, that's boiling butter. So we were very lucky to get some crab at Todd Inlet. Oops, not Todd Inlet, Sidney Spit. So that's butter and garlic. And there's the crab. It's almost done. I'm just waiting for the timer to go off. I'm just doing them 15 minutes. Already cleaned. Oh, it's gonna be so yummy. That's all we're having for dinner is crab and butter. I think that's enough. Ooh, it's fogging up the lens. Woohoo! Yum. Look at that. Yum, 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 yum. Hey, look at this feast we're having. It'll be a feast. Look at that. Oh, they're so big. That's the one who got my finger. I'm gonna eat him first. Actually, this is the claw that got my finger. He's gonna go down into my belly. Revenge is sweet, I say. And then we got these from Dave, stolen from Joe's Crab Shack. I don't even know where Joe's Crab Shack is, but cool, let's eat. Are you happy, Blaine?
Oh, yeah.
Look at, are you putting it all in the butter? What Blaine does is he gets all the meat out of the crab, then he puts it in the butter, and then he just forks it out into his mouth, and it's like, oh. Is it yummy?
It's very good.
Lots of shells. Lots of crab. Thanks for watching, everyone. But you know what happens when we're back at home mooring? It's back to boat work. Strong. He's motivated again, like I said, and he's got imagination. We do always find some room for play, though. So subscribe, don't miss our weekly videos, and hit that bell because I don't always post on Monday.